You might not have heard it, but when your name was spoken, the silence surrounding that person shifted. These were not just words pronounced at random. The angels were there, watching every move, every emotion disguised in their gaze, every racing beat of a heart trying to maintain composure. That person heard your name, and something inside them that had been quiet for ages stirred like a dry leaf at the touch of the wind. And it was in that instant that the angels asked me, "Speak to her. She needs to know what happened." Beloved light, do you have any idea of the impact you cause without even being present? Sometimes we spend so much time trying to understand what went wrong, looking for answers between the lines of conversations, in the pauses of messages, that we forget a truth. Your name carries more than letters. It carries memories, feelings, marks that left a scent in the air, even after your absence. This person, even if they seem distant, cold, or even indifferent today, could not fake it completely when your name echoed. The reaction was almost involuntary. Their eyes looked down. Their body stiffened for a second, as if the world had stopped just to bring to mind something that did not want to be recalled. But it was recalled. It was felt. The angels showed me this with such clarity that it is impossible not to share. They showed me the weight of what was not said, of the times you held your pain in silence and still wished them well, of the nights you looked at the sky and asked, "Does this person still think of me?" The answer is here. Yes, they do think of you, and they think much more than they show. But what exactly did they feel upon hearing your name? A mix of pain, of longing, of admiration and regret. There is not just one word that sums it up. It was like opening a door locked a long time ago and finding everything inside still alive, throbbing. They felt guilt for not having acted differently, missed your reassuring presence, your voice that always said the right thing, even when everything was wrong. Have you noticed how well people pretend? How they hide behind routines, jokes, or even silence? The angels say that this person did this, hid true feelings beneath an invented life, perhaps out of fear, perhaps out of pride. And upon hearing your name, all of this crumbled, even if only on the inside. There was a specific memory, an instant from the past that came like a film. Perhaps it was a touch, a conversation in the late afternoon, a laugh that escaped in a simple moment, that came to the surface with force, and that was when the angels acted. They made this person feel everything again, like a warning. You still have something in there. Do not ignore it. You might be thinking that too much time has passed, that what had to be said was left behind. But the truth, beloved light, is that there are feelings that traverse time as if it did not exist. There are names that, when heard, break down walls built over years of silence. Before continuing the message, write this mantra in the comments. I choose to recall that I am valuable and that my presence transforms. Now, continuing the message. This person tries to maintain control over everything, but the angels showed me that upon hearing you being mentioned, the facade broke. Perhaps no one noticed. Perhaps they kept smiling or changed the subject quickly, but inside, the heart could not hide it. It was in that moment that the angels murmured in my spiritual ear, "She needs to know that feelings still exist. She needs to know that she was not forgotten, that she left something alive inside him." We are not speaking here of an idealized love, like those perfect ones in films. We are speaking of something real, full of mistakes, successes, held back desires, and swallowed words. But it is precisely this that makes the feeling true. How many times have you asked yourself if it was worth it? If that devotion, that affection, all that patience made any difference? The answer is in the reaction that this person had. Because when we feel nothing, names pass unnoticed. But your name was a trigger, a call, a reminder of what could have been and still can be, if the heart has the courage to speak. Your eyes have already dried so many tears that no one saw. Your chest held back so many desires that you had no one to share them with. But the angels saw everything. They saw you in silence, rooting for the happiness of the one who left. They saw you wishing for love, even when you did not receive even half in return. And that is why they send you this message, so that you do not think that everything was in vain, so that you know that your name, when it was spoken, moved a soul that was asleep. The angels do not want you to chase after them, to demand or require anything. They only want you to know, and for this truth to alleviate the weight you have been carrying. You are remembered, you are felt, and your name is still capable of touching a heart that pretends to have moved on. This awareness might hurt, I know. Knowing that feelings exist, and that perhaps there is no action hurts, but it also heals, because now you have clarity. Now you know it was not imagination, that something very real happened between you, and the angels assure me. Knowing this is the first step so that you may, at long last, let go of what needs to go, or make space for something to return in a different form. The story is not written in stone, but what your name provokes. No one can erase that. Beloved light, sometimes we spend so much time in silence that we get used to it. We learn to silence the longing, to camouflage the pain with tasks, to keep smiling even with a heart full of question marks. But today, the angels asked me to break this silence, not with noise, but with truth. What this person felt upon hearing your name was not just any memory. It was a deep call from the soul, a pull from time saying, you still feel something for her, even though you tried to forget. It was the kind of sensation that destabilizes, that makes a person stop in the middle of a thought and get lost in memory. Do you know what is most beautiful about all this? It is that you did not need to do anything. You did not call, you did not search, you did not insist. You merely existed in the memory, and that was sufficient to cause an impact. The angels unveil that there is something very special in your presence, something that is not easily found out there. And when this person heard your name, they remembered exactly that. The peace they felt near you, the calm in your voice, the comfort in your gaze. On the outside, they might even continue their life normally, but on the inside, the echo of your name has not stopped resonating, and this is what the angels want you to understand. There are feelings that survive even oblivion, even wrong decisions. It is not that this person did not move on. It is that moving on does not always mean forgetting, and you, beloved light, are impossible to forget. The angels showed me a scene. I cannot describe it in detail, but there was a moment of weakness there, an instant where this person was alone and allowed themselves to feel. There, the name they had tried to hide inside themselves came back with force. They held their face in their hands, closed their eyes, and thought, why does it still hurt? And the answer was in the feeling that never ceased to exist. Before we continue this message, write in the comments 1101 to claim it. The angels say that this is a number of opening, of clarity, and that it brings spiritual alignment between hearts. Now, continue with me. You might not have realized, but something has changed in recent times. The energy between the two of you changed, and this change was felt first in this person's heart. A discomfort, a sudden longing, a desire to go back in time. The angels showed me that this feeling became stronger in the last few weeks, as if something inside them had awakened from a deep sleep. They began to review choices, to recall moments, to question decisions, and suddenly, your name was not just another name. It was the center of the disquiet. It was what hurt and healed at the same time. The angels say that they try to fight against this, try to rationalize, but the heart has its own language, and when it decides to speak, no argument is sufficient to silence it. Perhaps you think that this person has already got over you, that they have already built another story, that they do not even think of you anymore. But that is not what the angels show. They show a divided heart, confused, trying to understand why, after so much time, they still feel so much. There is a silent battle happening. One part of this person wants to pretend that everything is fine. The other part wants to look for you, hear your voice, feel the warmth of your presence again. And in the middle of this, they stop and hear your name, and everything crumbles. Everything that was organized gets scrambled. Everything that was certainty turns into doubt, because you affect them in a way that no one else does. Now the angels ask me for something special. If this message is touching your heart, if you felt that there is truth in these words, leave a "thanks so much" here. This small gesture is a way for us to keep this chain of light and to continue spreading messages of love, healing, and hope. Your support helps to keep this flame lit. It is more than a click. It is a way of saying, this message made sense to me. The angels tell me that you have an immense heart, that you forgave in silence, that you prayed for the one who wounded you, that you wished them well even when the other turned their back, and that now the time has come to receive answers, not with words, but with clarity. This message arrived to you because you deserve to know the truth, because even without having asked, the heavens decided to unveil it to you. Beloved light, you never went unnoticed. Your name, your energy, your presence, all of this left marks. And even if this person never told you this directly, they felt it, they feel it, and they can no longer pretend they do not feel it. There is a memory of you kept in a sacred corner inside them. It could be an old photo, a phrase, a simple object that you do not even remember you left behind, but it is there, and every time they look at it, their heart speaks of you. You are the most beautiful scar this person carries, one of those that does not hurt anymore, but also never disappears. And sometimes scars like this transform into bridges, to reconnect, to rebuild, to start again. Nothing is by chance. Neither this message, nor the moment in which it arrived. The angels are guiding you, are embracing you now, and all you need to do is breathe deeply and trust. What is true finds a way, and your name, it still echoes strong in the heart that tried to forget you. Beloved light, even the most sincere words sometimes fail to describe what a heart feels, but the angels, in their infinite wisdom, manage to see beyond what is said or hidden. They observe the silences, the pauses, the sighs that escape when a memory touches deep. And that was how they knew. Upon hearing your name, this person did not merely remember, they felt. It is easy to disguise feelings in the rush of the day. People learn to hide with mastery that which consumes them inside. They laugh when they want to cry, keep busy so as not to think, distract themselves with other stories, hoping that one of them will erase yours. But the angels show me that the name that echoed there in that instant was like a broken mirror being touched. Every shard reflected what they tried most to forget. Your name brought a sweet pain, a longing that, instead of hurting, embraces. But along with it came a weight too. A certain regret, like someone who realizes too late the value of what they had. The angels showed me their eyes filling with water, not tears that run down, but those that hold back. Because there are pains that we do not cry over, we only feel, silently. Behind this, there exists something much deeper. There exists an internal struggle, a conflict that this person tries to manage every day. One part of them wants to pretend that everything is right, that it was better this way, that each followed their own path. But the other part, that part cries out for you, wishes to have done everything differently, and still looks for meaning in every detail of what was lived. Before continuing the message, if you are not yet subscribed to the channel, take the opportunity to subscribe. This helps us to continue creating meaningful content for you. Continuing the message. The angels say that this memory rekindled something that seemed dormant. It is as if a breeze blew over old embers, and the fire, which was hidden under ashes, began to shine again. This person did not expect to feel this upon hearing your name. They were taken by surprise, as if someone pulled the ground from under their feet. But it was not someone, it was the angels, because it was the right moment. Beloved light, you need to know, you made a difference, even if you were not valued as you deserved, even if they acted with coldness or distance. You left a mark. You touched something so essential that, even after so much time, the simple mention of your name was capable of dismantling all defenses. There are those who say that time cures everything, but the angels show me another truth. Time only covers, it does not erase. What is true remains there, quiet, waiting for the moment to come back to the surface. And your name was the key to this return. This person thought about looking for you, but they froze. The fear was greater. Fear of your reaction. Fear of not being welcome anymore. Fear of hearing that you moved on and that there is no longer space for them in your life. But there was also desire. Desire to hear your voice, to know how you are, to say what remained stuck for so long. The problem is that pride, often, wears armor so heavy that the person forgets how to take it off. And however much they feel, they do not know how to reach you. And that is why the angels ask, do not expect them to say it. Just know. Know that they feel. Know that they remember. Know that there is still a bond that time has not managed to break. Perhaps you are living your life in peace, rebuilding what was broken, trying to be strong on the outside and serene on the inside. And that is beautiful. The angels rejoice in your strength. They say that you have grown so much since everything happened. You healed yourself. You found yourself again. But they also know that, in some corners of your chest, there are still questions without answers. And this is one of the biggest. Was I, at any moment, truly important? Yes. Beloved light, you were. You are. Even if they did not tell you. Even if they pushed you away. Even if the silence tried to erase what happened. This person guards you like someone guarding something rare. Not with the care you deserved at the time, it is true, but with the affection of someone who, now, understands the value of everything they had. They speak of you with someone they trust, softly, with care, as if speaking too much would make the feeling stronger than it already is. And when they speak, their eyes change. The angels say there is a shine, a mixture of pain with tenderness, something that no one else awakens, only you. They speak of your calm, of the way you listened, of the way you looked when you wanted to understand what no one could manage to say. They speak of the peace they felt, just by being near you. And that is why, upon hearing your name, they could not disguise it. The memory of you is too alive to be ignored. It came back with colors, with sounds, with scents. It came back as if you were there again, by their side, smiling, listening, loving. The angels ask that you do not hurt yourself with this, that you do not transform this revelation into guilt or pain. On the contrary, that you receive it as a balm, because sometimes life does not give us all the answers immediately, but when they arrive, even if late, they heal. They bring peace. They bring understanding. You need do nothing. You need not search. You need not wait. Just know that you are loved, even if in silence, that you are still remembered, even if at a distance, that your name has power, and that this power continues alive in the heart of someone who, even without admitting it, still feels. Beloved light, there are moments when everything seems calm on the outside, but on the inside, the heart screams. The angels showed me clearly that this is what is happening with this person since the day your name was pronounced again. They try to maintain the same routine, the same empty conversations, the same repeated excuses. But the truth is that, since that moment, something is no longer in place. When your name echoed in the air, it was as if a window had opened inside them, a window that looked out onto a past they thought they had left locked. And in that crack of time, all the sensations that were buried began to escape. The memory of your voice, of your touch, of the words that only you knew how to say. All of this came back like a wave, not a violent wave, but one of those that comes gently and soaks what we thought was dry a long time ago. There are things that this person cannot say, not for lack of desire, but out of fear. And fear, beloved light, has been a constant companion of theirs. Fear of seeming weak, fear of admitting they made a mistake, fear of facing everything they avoided for so long. And when they heard your name, this fear met shame. Shame for having lost you. Shame for having let someone slip away who, today, they know was different from all the others. The angels showed me that this name, yours, is still said in silent prayers. Not those made with beautiful words, but with thought, with longing. When they lie down, they often think of you. When they see something that reminds them of you, they feel that tightness in the chest that only those who have truly loved know. Write in the comments a list of people, including yourself, whom you would like to forgive. Visualize each one of them. Send love and say, I forgive you, and I set you free. May peace be with you. Feel the lightness and freedom that forgiveness brings. Repeat this practice every day to strengthen your inner peace and release anxiety. And there is more. Beloved light, the angels disclose to me that this person has come to see you as a present absence. Even distant, you continue alive inside them, and this scares them, because life moved on, responsibilities increased, and yet, it is your name that vibrates strongest in the heart. They tried substitutions, tried to occupy the space you left with other voices, other embraces, other stories. but none fitted, none silenced the echo of your name. And this is what the angels want you to know. You were not forgotten, nor replaced, nor surpassed. You might not have received recognition at the right time. You might have given more than you received, believed more than was visible. But your devotion, your truth, your light, none of this was in vain. You marked a soul with the strength of one who loves with purity. And this mark is what the angels show me now. A memory tattooed with emotion, with affection, and with a gentle regret that does not scream, but lives there, in silence. They miss you, not just what you lived, but who they were when they were by your side. With you, they felt seen. With you, they allowed themselves to be vulnerable. With you, they truly laughed. And that is why, upon hearing your name, they felt the weight of what they left behind. The angels tell me that the memory that hurts most in them is of a moment that seemed simple, but now has immense meaning. Perhaps a conversation in the kitchen, a coffee in the late afternoon, a long look without words. This specific instant came back to the surface with force, as if saying, here you were happy, even without realizing it. And now, even surrounded by people, this person feels a void that is shaped like you, and they try to fill it with distractions, try to pretend that everything is fine, but the truth is that it is not. Because when a soul finds another that understands it, and then loses it, nothing else has the same flavor. The angels want you to know, you were a cure. Even without noticing, you healed parts of this person that no one before had reached. They perhaps did not recognize this at the time, but now they understand. They understand the importance you had. They understand the difference you made. And however much they fight against this feeling, however much they try to deny it, the heart speaks louder. And when they heard your name, it was the heart that answered first. This person asks themselves if there is still time, if there is still a chance, if it is still possible to rescue what was broken, but they do not have the courage to ask. For this reason, the angels speak for them. They feel, they remember, they want, but they do not know how. You, beloved light, now have knowledge that they do not have the courage to tell you. But this knowledge is freedom. Freedom to decide if you still desire this reunion, or if you prefer to continue with lightness. Whatever your choice, the angels will be by your side. They want to see you in peace. They want to see you happy, secure, whole. And this person, they continue feeling, continue waiting, even without admitting it. Continue saying your name in silence, because it is only in it that they still feel complete. Beloved light, sometimes what we most wish to hear is that which was never said. We keep waiting for an apology, an explanation, a gesture that says, I realized how important you were to me. But often, this does not arrive the way we want. Instead, it arrives as a whisper of life, as an unexpected sign, like this message the angels asked to deliver to you. This person did not say it. They have not yet found the strength to put into words what lives inside them. But the angels heard what their heart shouted upon hearing your name. They heard the unconfessed longing, the guilt that burns without scorching the outside, the desire to go back in time and fix everything. And then, the angels said, she needs to know. Do you know what makes this memory hurt so much in this person? It is the consciousness of time lost, of how blind they were to everything you offered with such affection, of your small gestures that said more than 1,000 promises, of the way you put their feelings above yours. Now, with the silence growing between you, they understand. Late, but they understand. There are nights when they cannot sleep. The angels show me clearly. They turn in bed, closing their eyes tightly, trying to push your face from their mind, but they cannot. The memory of you does not leave them, not as a torment, but as a longing that hurts inside and has nowhere to run. They think about looking for you, open and close messages that they never send. Imagine what it would be like to hear your voice one more time, but they freeze. There is a knot stuck in their throat that was never undone, and every time someone mentions your name, this knot tightens even more, as if you were the constant reminder of everything they could have lived and did not live. The angels showed me something I need to tell you. There was a moment when this person almost spoke. They were compelled to send a message, make a call, anything, but at the last second, they retreated, and it was not for lack of desire. It was out of fear. Fear of your reaction, fear of hearing that you no longer feel anything. fear of confirming what they fear most, that perhaps you have already moved on, and they have not. And that is why the angels intervened, because this truth needed to reach you in another way. You needed to know that feelings still exist, that you were not forgotten, that there is a love there that still pulses, even if suffocated. Beloved light, everything you gave in that relationship continues alive, continues reverberating in this person's heart, even without your physical presence. And this is the greatest proof that your love was not in vain. It was real, it was true, and it touched where no one else touched. You know that moment when you thought, did they miss me? The answer is yes, but it was not just longing. It was absence, the kind that leaves the soul incomplete. You became a space that nothing else fills, and even surrounded by people, this person feels that something essential is missing. They try to distract themselves, maintain the appearance of someone who has moved on, but the angels see beyond. They see when they isolate themselves to think of you, see when they catch themselves smiling, remembering a silly detail, a gesture, a phrase, and they see, mainly, when they cry softly, without understanding how they let something so beautiful escape. There is a specific memory that hurts more than the others, a day that seemed like any other, but that now they realize was special. Perhaps it was the last time you saw each other. Perhaps something you said that only now they comprehend the meaning of. That memory became a landmark, a point of no return, a day that has come back to visit them whenever your name is spoken. The angels ask me to tell you, do not carry any more guilt, nor doubt, nor that bitter sensation of having been forgotten. You were not. The love you planted flowered in the right time, even if in the wrong terrain. And now, it continues alive, not as hope, but as truth. You might be asking yourself, and now, what do I do with this? The angels say, nothing. Just receive this truth as a present. Let it heal you. Let it close the open cycle of doubt. Let it show that, even without immediate recognition, you were indeed important, much more than you imagine. Do not wait for actions. Do not wait for words. Wait to feel the lightness of knowing. This is already everything. And if by chance one day, this person builds up the courage to look for you, you will already have a soul light enough to choose with peace in your heart. If you want to start again, or simply give thanks and move on, everything you needed to know, beloved light, is here now. Your name still lives where it matters, inside the heart that, upon hearing it, still trembles. Beloved light, the angels continue around you in this instant. They show me that throughout all this path, you transformed yourself. The woman who before waited for answers, today has the wisdom to recognize the value of inner truth. But even so, there are questions that still touch deep. And one of them is, will they one day tell me all this with their own words? And the answer is uncertain, and the angels do not promise ready-made answers, but they give you something more important, discernment. They want you to know that although this person's silence hurt, the feeling was never absent. And this does not justify mistakes, but helps to comprehend what was hidden behind what was never said. There are people who feel with intensity, but do not know how to express it, who love you silently, and when they realize, are already too far away to return easily. That was what the angels showed me about this person. The name they pretend not to hear is the same that echoes in the heart when the night arrives. The name they try to avoid is the only one that still ignites in them something that has not died. But it is not only in them that this lives. You also carry emotions that you have been trying to hide. How many times did you want to pretend you felt nothing anymore? How many times did you say to yourself, it has passed, when you knew, deep down, that there was still a part of you connected to all this? The angels know that you tired, that you cried in silence, that you wished not to feel anymore. And even so, with all this strength that inhabits you, you still chose love. You still chose to look with affection at the one who gave you no certainties. This is greatness. This is light. And that is why the angels ask, share this video with 2 dear people who are needing this message of hope and faith. Let us together build a chain of love and mutual support. Leave a comment with a prayer to your guardian angel. He is more present than you imagine. Now that you know what this person felt, the question that hangs is, what will you do with this? And the angels answer with delicacy, nothing that is an obligation, everything that is lightness. You do not need to reopen old stories. You do not need to go back where it hurt, but neither do you need to pretend you do not feel, that it does not touch, that it does not matter. What you lived was real, and continues being so. Only now you can see with clarity, without the veils of doubt, without the weight of waiting. This person still thinks of you, still asks themselves how you are, still rehearses words, still regrets not having spoken before. But life is made of time and courage, and not always do the two walk together. They had the time, the courage was lacking, and you had the courage, but it was already too late for their time. The angels say that this consciousness can set free, not like someone who lets go out of giving up, but like someone who lets go out of love. Letting go is not ceasing to love. It is ceasing to wound oneself. It is accepting that there are feelings that do not need presence to exist. They live by themselves, and they are beautiful even when they stay in the past. Beloved light, your presence was balm, was teaching, was cure, and still is, because until today, just hearing your name, something inside this person lights up, the body stiffens, the heart races, and the eyes flee, like someone caught in the act of longing. They have already tried to move on, already tried to remake their life, but there are holes that other people do not fill. There are stories that have no substitute, and yours, with them, was one of those. You left a mark, not a wound, a mark, of those that burn when time passes and we realize that that was too rare to have been left for later. And they know this now. The angels say there is nothing more you need to do to prove what you felt. You have already done everything, have already gone beyond, have already loved even being ignored, have already forgiven even without having been asked, have already let go without having received explanations. And even so, there still pulses in you the desire to understand, to know if, in some place on the road, that person still carries you. Yes, they carry you, but they carry you without knowing how to deal with it. Your name lives in a part of them that they hide even from themselves. And this is the most beautiful truth the angels came to reveal to you. You are presence even in absence. You are living memory even in silence. You are love kept where no one else reaches. None of this depends on words anymore. Beloved light, we have reached the moment where the angels ask me to give you what is deepest. This message is not only about what that person felt upon hearing your name. It is about you, about the woman who survived the silence, who learned to stand even when everything seemed to want to knock her down, who continued offering love even with a mended heart. The angels say that your name has power, not only for all it awakened in the other, but for all it represents in the world. Your name is remembered with longing. It is spoken with care, like someone mentioning something sacred. This person, who for so long tried to pretend indifference, can no longer control the internal storm they feel whenever your name traverses the air. They hear it, and the chest tightens. They try to hide it, but their face changes. They pretend to move on, but everything around still screams you. And what touches most, beloved light, is that now they know. They recognize what you were, what you did, how much you truly loved, but perhaps they will never manage to tell you. Perhaps pride still holds them, or perhaps they think it is already too late. But the angels reveal to you, even if they never say a single word, their heart has already shouted what needed to be understood. This is the spiritual justice the angels carry out. It does not need an audience, does not need proofs, does not need witnesses, because when love is true, it transcends everything, and the love you delivered, even when you were not welcomed, was harvested in heaven. Nothing was lost, nothing passed unnoticed. You know that sensation of abandonment you felt for so long? It is undoing itself now, because the angels are placing light where before there was shadow. They are showing that, even in silence, that person felt, feels, and always will feel. You were home, you were an embrace, you were truth, and this type of love never disappears. It stays, it molds, it changes who receives it. The angels want you to look at yourself with compassion, to understand that you were not naive, you were courageous. To love someone who did not know how to love back demands a strength that few have, and you had it. You loved beyond what was possible. You believed even when logic said to give up. You stayed until you could not fit inside yourself anymore. And when it was no longer possible, you left with dignity. And you know what else? This person felt your absence like a scream in the dark. They did not say it, but they felt it and feel it. The angels say that they still ask themselves if one day they will find someone like you. And the answer that echoes inside them is always the same. No, because there is no other you. Now, beloved light, it is time to embrace, to take care of yourself, to choose what does you good, and not what keeps you tied to a past that no longer belongs to you entirely. You can forgive in silence, can love from afar, can continue with your heart in peace, knowing that everything that was true still lives. This message came to you because your soul asked for clarity, because even without saying it out loud, your heart still sought a confirmation. And here it is. You were loved, even if in silence, even if late, even if imperfectly. Now you are free, free from the waiting, free from the doubt, free to look forward with the certainty that you were not forgotten. You were kept. The angels are involving you in this moment with a light of peace so soft, so firm, that you will feel the lightness take over your body. It is like a deep sigh after a long crossing. You arrived here, and here you rest. Everything you needed to know was revealed. Everything you needed to feel was embraced. Everything you needed to hear, the angel said. Now, it is up to you. There is no right or wrong in what you should do after this revelation, but there is a call. Live for yourself. Love yourself with the same love you gave to the other. And if one day this person returns, may they find in you a whole woman, not waiting, but in peace. If this message resonated with you and your situation, write in the comments, "I deserve to be remembered with love, and I proceed in peace, knowing that I was important." 2. Share your experiences in the comments. If you liked this video, like and subscribe to the channel for more inspiring content. Thank you for watching, and see you in the next video.